to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Mississippi State will have some work to do after that short return. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
On the run, it's Daniels. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Mississippi State right back to the line. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Fighting off the defender. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. A good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Big play like that to open a drive just builds the confidence. Now 1st down from the 46.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the...
Nothing but green ahead. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And how about that way to start a game? They didn't even attempt to throw. They just ran it meticulously down the field, and that guy caps off a beautiful start to this game with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The give to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Golden. Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Grabbed in the middle, it's Washington. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fast motion from the offense. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Manning. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he pulls it in at the 15.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Run in the red zone, it's Blue.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Got his man on the right. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. He's going to bring up a decision for this coach. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Ball. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They'll run it from the gun. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return, it's Golden. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Manning. It's complete on the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Washington.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Throws for the tight end. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The offense in hurry-up mode. Wide out in motion. With jet sweep pass. Nice move there. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
From the gun, the running back has it.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. They get to the line quickly.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. 3rd and goal from way back there. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes the Texas offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Bond. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. He's got him and they convert. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
To the air, it's Manning. Throws toward the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
Mississippi State 3.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Starkville.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if the dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now, it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Blue. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they got the running back out on a route one-on-one. He's got to do a better job separating, though. Just not a good enough route so that when he caught it, he got tackled right away for a gain of no yards.
The give to the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Makes the score. Texas 13, Mississippi State 3.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop Palmer and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Mississippi State going up tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Out of the gun, the inside give. Still on his feet at the 45. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. He'll do it himself. And that ball's free behind the line. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way. Speeding down the left side. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense with the scoop and score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And the Bulldogs in the hurry up.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take it up.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the middle. Got his man. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football.
And that ball is picked off. Looking for more room. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
You know, you got to be careful when you're throwing against this cornerback on the perimeter of the field because he has unbelievable short area quickness, and he can break on the pass immediately, and you saw it right there on that interception.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
After misfiring, it's second down. It's a reverse. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here on third down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes his connection. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And the Longhorns are on the move. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's got it. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Spits it out to the back. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, his coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, first down.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
On second down, looking again to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Daniels. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
29 Philly.
He'll just keep slinging it. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Daniels. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. It's complete. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
42 Snyder.
From the gun. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're...
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got him downfield. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter.
Makes the grab on the left side. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas, 41. Mississippi State, 16.
And he'll bring it back. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, You've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return, it's Golden. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.